Today, I'm going to talk about the science of relaxation, how healing movements work. This is the topic. Have you ever noticed something strange? Sometimes you sit down to relax. You stop working, you scroll your phone, you watch videos, and yet somehow you still feel tired. Your body feels heavy, your mind feels noisy, and your emotions feels unsettled. So here is the real question. If rest is supposed to relax us, why do so many people still feel stressed even when they rest? This is the question. Today, we are going to explore something fascinating, the science of relaxation. And more importantly, how healing movements like those used in the system of Shinsei Taiso help the body truly relax and recover. Let's unpack. Let me start with a simple story here. A man works at an office all day. He sits for hours looking at screens. His shoulders tighten. His breathing becomes shallow. By evening, he feels exhausted. So what does he do? He sits again on the couch. He opens his phone, scrolls through social media, and watches videos for hours. But when he goes to bed, he still feels tense. Why? This is a question, very important question. Because his body never actually released the stress. It only stopped moving. And here is something important to understand. Stopping movement is not the same as relaxation. Then here is a question, what relaxation really means. Relaxation is not just lying down. Relaxation means the body's internal system shifts into repair mode. In science, we call this the parasympathetic nervous system. And this system helps the body repair muscles, regulate hormones, calm the brain, and even strengthen immunity and also restore energy. All of these things, it helps. But this system does not activate simply because you stop working. No. It activates when your body receives signals of safety and rhythm. We are going to talk about this. I wanted to ask you this question. Why healing movements works? Let's unpack this. This is where healing movements comes in. Gentle movements, like those who practice in Shinsei Taiso, send powerful signals to the body. This tells the nervous system, you are safe now. When this happens, breathing slows, heart rhythm stabilizes, and the muscles release tension, and the mind becomes calmer, and the body begins to heal itself naturally. So remember this, the body was designed to move. Yes, the body was designed to move. Let's think about something simple. Imagine a river. If water flows gently, it stays clear and healthy, isn't it? But if the water stops moving completely, what happens? it becomes stagnant. The same things happen in human body. Energy, blood, and lymphatic fluids are designed to flow. When we sit too long without conscious movement, the tension and builds up like stagnant water. So here, the healing movements restore that flow. Let's take a lesson from nature. I usually teach in Shinsei class. Nature teaches us an important principle here. Life always moves in gentle rhythms. Let's keep it in mind. Just like the ocean waves rise and fall, the wind moves and rests, the heart beats and pauses. In Shinsei Taiso, healing movements follow the same rhythm. Move, pause, breathe, feel, move again, then pause, breathe. This pattern, this is how we do Shinsei Taiso. Very powerful. And this rhythm allows the body to relax while still circulating energy. Let's check the science behind gentle movements. This is very important. Actually, modern research supports this idea. The studies show that slow, mindful movements improve heart rate variability, and it regulate the autonomic nervous system. It also reduces cortisol levels, that is the stress hormone. So three major things are happening in this moment. So gentle movement also activates the vagus nerve, which is one of the most important nerves for emotional and physical healing. Remember, when the vagus nerve is stimulated, the body shifts from stress into deep relaxation and recovery. Why intense workouts sometimes don't heal? Let's check that. Now, intense workouts can build strength and endurance. We agree that, but that don't always create. They don't always create relaxation. In fact, very intense exercise can sometimes increase stress hormones if the body is already tired. This is why many people finish a heavy workouts feeling exhausted rather than refreshed. Healing movements work differently. They build strength without overwhelming the nervous system. In Shinsei Taiso, we focus on three key practices. These are the pillars of Shinsei Taiso. Kaizen flow, the gentle therapeutic body workouts. Taiso flow, the second point, that is the second pillar is Taiso flow, and it's a mindful movement and stillness. These are forms, movement forms. Then last is ki flow. These are healing touch. We can also say fire touch. We can name it fire touch. And inner energy awareness, and the healing touch and inner energy awareness. This is ki flow. So these practices combine movement, breathe, and awareness. Instead of forcing the body, they guide the body back to balance. That's usually happening here in this kind of relaxation moment. Here is a life lesson about relaxation. Let me share another simple observation. Watch a child playing in a park. Children run, jump, stop, then they breathe and move again. They follow the body's natural rhythm, isn't it? But adults often lose this rhythm. We push ourselves too hard, or we stop moving completely. So two things happening whenever we face a situation. The one is we push hard. We push ourselves too hard. It's going to break internally. Or what we do, we stop moving completely. So healing movements help us rediscover the natural rhythm again. Let me point out here how healing movements affect the mind. Let me talk about that a little bit. So something interesting also happens in the brain. When movements become slow and conscious, brain activity changes. Instead of fast stress-related brain waves, the brain begins producing alpha waves. So remember this, alpha waves are associated with calm focus, creativity, emotional stability. This is why many people feel mentally clear after practicing gentle movement or meditations like yoga or qigong, Shinsei Taiso for in our instance, even Reiki system. So people feel mentally clear after practicing these kind of systems. A practical example you can try here. Let's try something simple. You stand up, slowly roll your shoulders back, take a slow breathe in and a longer breathe out. You just completely focus on your breath and you take a breathe in, deep breathe, but slowly. Then at the same time, you focus on your breathe and a longer breathe out. That moment, that seconds, already your body is starting to relax. Why? Because the movement and breathe together send calming signals to your nervous system. That is the main reason. In Shinsei Taiso, we also use the 5 elements philosophy because this is the base of relaxation happens when these elements are balanced. Which are these elements? Earth. Earth is talking about grounding and stability, and water, second element. It's about fluid movement. And the third element is fire. That is talking about healthy energy. And the fourth one is air. It's about smooth breathing. Then the space or void, we say, is about the mental calmness and clarity. So these elements are balanced. If these are balanced, you really feel a complete total relaxation. So healing movements help align these elements within the body. So the real meaning of relaxation, true relaxation is not laziness, it is alignment. So when we talk about relaxation, in Shinsei Taiso perspective, it is all about alignment. When your body, breathe, mind, and emotions work together, relaxation happens naturally. And when relaxations become natural, healing begins. So here is the point. Modern life moves very fast, but your body was not designed to live in constant speed. It was designed to live in rhythm. Always keep it in mind. So healing movements help restore the rhythm or that rhythm. They remind us that relaxation is not something we escape to. It is something we practice and cultivate.